I seriously hope SD doesn't piss away the money they've made from the whales playing this game or their investors on a marketing push, because that is what's going to kill this game. If I'm gonna upload anything, it's gonna be what makes me happy to upload or what I find enjoyable at the time. I thought with how popular of a game Fortnite was that it wouldn't be too bad to have a couple of videos here and there, and I'm still going to upload them if I feel like it, so if you don't like it, feel free not to watch. I'm not forcing you to by any means. Like I said, I'm going to upload what I like, and those who enjoy my content are going to stick around regardless of what it is I'm doing. So for those of you listening to this, thank you. You're the best, and I could not ask for more. I am surprised though that there were a couple of you interested in seeing some guitar playing videos, and like I said, that's something that I would like to do and maybe make some song tutorial videos, so I'll do some of that as well. And like I said, for those of you who don't like it, you don't have to watch them. I guess I did take it personally, and I really shouldn't, because ultimately it is my choice and my channel, but I was excited to come back and start making videos again, yet Dirty Bomb is just so boring that I don't want to stick to that. It's just what I use to come back with because it's what I've done before. Fortnite and Monster Hunter are really the only two games that I've been playing, but I did purchase Ass, which I love saying, and I would love to do a drunk stream for that game one day. That game is hecking awesome. You've got to check it out if you haven't heard of it yet. It's called Animal Super Squad, and it's pretty hilarious and fun to play. Anyways, I did want to talk about some disappointments I have with Dirty Bomb, and why I probably won't stick around with it for very long, because it seems to me like the game is finally on its way to the grave. I know I've been saying that for a long time, but with the push for more microtransactions, with an ever dwindling player base, and the deceit when it comes to actual content that's being developed or reaching the announced scheduled dates, I don't know if I can really take it seriously anymore. I suppose I'm partly to blame for this too, because I have made a lot of comments talking about the lack of customization in the game, because I am a huge advocate for personalization and new skins being added to the game to give it more flavor. And to be fair, that's been relatively addressed. From model changing skins, more unique trinkets, to weapon and melee skins being added, it almost seems like what I wanted has arrived. But like I said, I just don't like the way it's been implemented. That seems to be a recurring theme. For one, the fact that you can only equip a skin to a single merc deck is kind of ridiculous. It would be nice if you could equip a skin across all loadouts just as you could with trinkets, because you can equip a trinket by default and it will always show on your primary weapon as long as you're not using a merc deck with another specified trinket that's equipped. You can't assign a trinket to more than one merc deck. That just doesn't make any sense to me. You should have unlimited uses, because it's not like you can get more than one of the same trinket anyway, but I guess that's why the default feature's there, right? Now, I don't know how the weapon skin system works because I haven't been around that long, but I'm guessing that if it's anything like the CSGO system, which is pretty much what this is looking like it's turning into, you can probably receive the exact same skin but in a different condition quality, which means you can equip the same skin to different merc decks, but it obviously won't be the exact same skin. You know what I'm saying? I hope so. I'm sorry if this is confusing. But as I said, what's really confusing to me is that I can't just equip a Timic skin by default and have it show across all loadouts that use a Timic. I just don't think this is a difficult concept to understand or implement, and it's what really pissed me off when I came back to play after the release of weapon skins. Now, you don't know this because I didn't make a video on it. I actually just kind of left, and that's because I was so angry at some of the design choices that when I came back, I hated the system and just left. I knew nothing I would say would change anything, because never once has my opinion gone any further than being insulted by just saying, "We really value your feedback." Yeah, okay. Probably as valued as my and so many others' opinions on how crafting needs to be changed, and we were promised that about a year ago, with literally no new information yet, right? But we'll get back to that and more later. You might know that after not making videos for a while, I came back and covered 2 videos in a week on weapon skin information, but I left a lot out because I wasn't allowed to talk about it. Actually, I'm pretty sure I was kicked out of the PTS at this time and didn't even bother trying to get back in because I didn't have faith in the system anymore, so I just talked about the info that I did have without publicly talking about anything that might get me into more trouble. Anyway, I'm at the point now where I'm rather afraid that Dirty Bomb isn't going to last much longer. From the posts I've read on Reddit to everything that I've been witnessing firsthand. I could sit here forever and rant about the things that I don't like, the design choices I find questionable, and what needs to be changed or added in order to actually entice people to come back or to keep playing, and I'm sure most of you would love that, but it seems counterproductive at this point. But with that being said, I've still got some things that I'd like to say. Let me ask you a question. How often have you heard from the devs that X or Y is being worked on and planned to be released on this day, only for when that time arrives we hear, oh, we have to push it back just a little teensy-weensy bit further to ensure that it'll be okay for release. I think the devs forgot what the f*** a beta's used for. And besides that, what happened to the private test server becoming a public test server? Have we even had any news on that? I don't know, I haven't been around long enough. The examples in deceit I'll give come from the mouths of the devs themselves, who say that crafting is being worked on, when you're no new info, Steam trading will be here early in January, it's July and still not here, we'll be getting a new merc every 4 to 6 weeks, we've got one, maybe two, I think it's two, because if I'm remembering correctly they said this with the release of Guardian, and only Hunter has come out since then, and that was said, what, fall of 2017, I think? Where the f*** is casual and ranked? This game is self-proclaimed competitive to the core, yet they removed the only thing that made this possible. Yeah, sure, matchmaking was pretty terrible, but it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be when you only have a concurrent base of 700 fucking people. Everyone is leaving, and it's pretty easy to see why. Even with the push for a 1.0 release of Dirty Bomb and heavy marketing, it might bring in new players, and some of the old ones are guaranteed to come back just to see what's new. But I predict and I guarantee that they're not going to stick around for long. There's no reason to. Not with the way the game is now. I can't even tell you at this point what will save this game because I don't know if it can be saved. I would love to see it thrive. I've said since the beginning that it deserves to, but this game is so far from the hands of what's important that I don't even understand how it's still up and running. Maybe I'm just blind by my rage. The last two events I didn't even bother coming back to play because I had to spend money to even participate. There was nothing new or exciting for me to jump into. I had no incentive to play at all. Spending money on melee skins that should already be attached to loadouts in the first place? Now that's a good joke. Team flag trinkets that no one else will ever be able to see anyways? I just don't get it, man. I seriously hope SD doesn't piss away the money they've made from the whales playing this game or their investors on a marketing push because that is what's going to kill this game. Spend all this money on creating new trailers and advertising instead of investing in a less anti-consumer game, and I guarantee you that this game will die faster than a chicken cluck. I feel so bad for Chris, who every week is probably as disappointed as we are and has to tell us with a smile every week that everything is gonna be okay and big changes are coming. We've been hearing this for years. I'm no business expert, but this is not okay. Dirty Bomb needs more game modes. You can even tweak existing maps for these game modes. A new crafting system, less RNG, because you already have to spend so much time and money in the first place that it's just ridiculous. A smarter customization system, ranked mode, casual matchmaking, and just more logic in their decision making in general. I don't know if they're being held back by the game engine or code system they're working with. I'm not really well versed in that kind of thing, but if that's the case, then that's their own fault from the start in working with these confines. Sure, limitations are supposed to inspire creativity, but stop f***ing lying to your players. I've never seen someone kill hype so frequently. I have nothing inspirational to say, and honestly, I don't even know if what I'm saying is warranted or making any sense, but I had some frustration that I needed to let out. Like I said, I'm gonna upload what I want. If you guys don't like it, that's completely fine. I don't think that you should have to watch something you're not interested in, but don't expect me to always do what you want either. Of course, I want to make content that you will enjoy, but I'm not gonna waste my time doing something that I don't like just for somebody else. So if that makes you angry, then that's too bad. As a wise man once said, yeah, I've got a bit of an obsession.